What do you say, guys? Let's just wing it today.
We're going live.
We'll do it live.
This is the Come On Man podcast. And here's your host, Paul Bauer.
Good morning, guys. We are having problems streaming to Facebook. And I'm trying to delete that in the middle of this goddamn intro. This is the second stream in a row. Stupid Facebook. I'm probably have to reset up that connection. Anyway, what are you guys up to? Happy Friday. Man, I am edging that algorithm hard this morning. It's these mornings when I have my kid, it's a little bit difficult to get this stuff going, but we're getting it going today. Guys, update on my dating course, No Cold Approach in the Cow Pasture. I have now recorded 3 of the 9 modules. So I've got 6 more modules to record. It's going to be a pretty in-depth course. I think it's going to have more modules than my Practical Law of Attraction course. So I'm really excited to have that coming out for you guys here in the near future. We are going to be talking about the 8 unethical places to pick up girls today, so here's how I found this one. I did the stream, was it last week on, was it the 8 things that guys do wrong when they first learn game, right? And that's something that I read in Hartiste on Game, right? Which is Roissy's book. And I don't know if Roissy put that together himself, but it's basically a compilation of all of his blog articles. If you don't know who Roissy is, for any of you guys that are new to the channel or new to the Red Pill space, Roissy is one of the original 3 R's of Red Pill, right? Or the 3 R's of the Manosphere. You had Rollo. You guys are all familiar with Rollo Tomasi, right? You had Rollo, you had Roosh V, and then you had Roissy, right? And then he changed his name to Hartiste later, right? Because he got doxxed or whatever. So he changed his name to Hartiste. His old blog was called Chateau Hartiste, and that went away. But luckily, a lot of that stuff was preserved in a couple of books, right? There's Hartiste on Game. It's available on Amazon, which I'm going through. It's huge. It's super thick, right? And then there's another one like Hartiste on Game Volume 2, which, I think has the rest of the stuff. It's also saved, luckily, for free on the Red Pill archive. So when I was going through that article on, I think it was last week on Friday, that was what the episode was on. I went to go find the article on the Red Pill archive so I could share it with you guys. And then I ran across this other article that is not in the book, right? It's called Unethical Places to Pick Up Girls. And I was like, okay, let's do this one too. Let's do this one too. I'm going to drop a link to it here. It's also in the description if you guys want to read it. It's kind of funny. I am going to read this one basically verbatim today because I was getting ready to do the show notes last night, and I was like, you know what, Paul, let's just wing it tomorrow. It's probably going to be a short episode anyway. There's only 8 of these, and so I figured I'll read them and then we could talk about it. And I want your guys' idea in the chat, and maybe some of you guys have other ideas of what might be an quote unethical place to pick up chicks. That's good. All right, guys, before we get too far into this though, you guys are sitting there chatting in the live chat, and then would you guys all leave or something? You guys are quiet now. Oh, Paul's talking. Let's just be quiet. Let's stop talking in the chat. Guys, please like, subscribe, hit those notifications if you haven't done so already. Please do sound off in the live. These go by much smoother if you guys participate. This probably is going to be a short episode anyway, but still, it's going to be more fun if you guys interact with me here. And please send super chats. That helps support the show probably more than anything else. Speaking of super chats, it looks like we have a couple already, but we're not at the 8-minute mark, so I'm not going to show those just yet. What do we have going on in the chat though here? We got a lot of people here chatting. That's what happens when you're edged the algorithm here. Let's see here. Nathan says 8 places. Did not know there was even one. Mike says he's going to see if he can guess a few. Okay, fair enough. Let's see here. Ed says, happy Friday, hitting Irvine, the gym. Okay, cool. Okay, so Mike says weddings, funerals, Planned Parenthood clinics. Okay, you might be onto something there. CW, good morning, man. What's going on, brother? Family reunion. Yes, that would be just that would be disgusting, right? I got this client, and I'm not going to mention his name. It's a culture thing, right? But when I first started working with him, he's like, "Oh, we've got these family dinners that we go to where I go to pick up chicks." I'm like, "Wait, what? Like, excuse me, what?" And and it's not biological family, right? That's what they just call it, a family dinner thing. But what it is all these different families get together, and they the moms in the community try to pair their daughters up with boys, right? With these other families. It's like arranged marriage type crap. Fascinating, but they call them like family get-togethers. And I'm like, that doesn't translate well here. Well, maybe it translates well in West Virginia or something. I don't know. Anyway, homeless shelters. I don't know. You could probably homeless shelters, drug rehab. Oh man, I think you could probably get some pretty needy chicks there. Nurse chicks in the house. Good morning, babe. AA meetings. God, these are good. Nathan knows where to get all the messed up chicks, right? We got, what's this? Needle exchange? What's a needle exchange? Where do you like? Oh, I guess they probably have those in San Francisco, right? They hand out free needles to drug addicts. All right. Well, let's get into this, right? We'll get to the first one here. So the first one that Roissy has here is, one of you guys guessed it, abortion clinics. Guys, abortion clinics is the first unethical place to pick up chicks. Roissy says, what better or faster way to look like a protector of loved ones than to strike a pose at an abortion clinic waiting room, assisting a friend in fertilized distress? The kind of man who will be there, even in a woman's darkest moments. And your quarry? Ladies at their most vulnerable, many forgotten and discarded by bad boy lovers. And these abortion questing broads are impulsive, full spectrum, slooty sloots. The proof is in the womb. He doesn't say slooty sloots, but I'm using my own verbiage for YouTube. He says the proof is in the womb pudding. The womb pudding. Their BFF escorts are sleuts too. Sleuts just like to be around other sleuts, so they're not constantly judged by withering glares. And then he gives some other dude's story. It's a very creepy story too. It's like, when you spend enough time in the Manister, you see guys like talking like this, and you're like, it's almost cringeworthy, like how disgusting some dudes are. This guy's telling a story about a guy who met a chick at an abortion clinic, and it's like, oh, dude. So I dropped the link, guys. You should read that. It's funny. I'm not going to read that story, but what of that story? Roissy says this strategy of killing it at the clinic might not be viable much longer, thanks to the morning after pill. Next pickup stop, CVS, right? So because of the morning after pill, women are probably, they don't have to go to the abortion clinics so much anymore. So now you got to pick them up at the drugstore the next morning. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh my God. We've got here, John says a psych ward. Go to the psych ward. What's this? Why else would they be here unless they like to fuck? Jay from Dogma. We're past the 8-minute mark. I can say that. So you know what's funny about this one though? This specific one. I have a friend. He's been on the podcast a couple of times now. His name is Chuck Kohout. You guys might have heard of him. He and I used to do a group podcast panel show, very much like, Rule Zero or whatever. A couple of years ago, we tried this out. Just wasn't very good. It's hard to do panel shows because it's hard to get guys to want to invest in in their time to do panel shows. It really is. So the fact that we're able to do a Rule 0 on a weekly basis is pretty uncanny, honestly. And the dragon ship too. In fact, if you look at the dragon ship, just over the last year, we've had so many people come and go because so many people just don't want to, spend an hour on Saturdays doing panel shows, right? But so my friend Chuck Kohout, you might know him from TikTok as Chuck Daddy. He did talk. He had a video once about how picking up chicks at Planned Parenthood was like one of the best places to pick up chicks because one, you already know they fuck, right? Two, usually they also get an STD check while they're there, so you know if they're clean or not. And then three, they hand out free condoms. So it's like, whoa, like it's a one-stop shop, baby. Oh man. So what about at work if the chicks follow you? Work is a fucking terrible place to meet chicks. It's absolutely terrible. It's just a dumb fucking idea. Have you learned nothing in the chat lately, AJ? We had a beer club brother in there that made this fucking mistake, and he just lost his job. So never, ever in the history of fucking ever date your coworkers. It's just a fucking dumb place to do it. Okay, like let's say you do date a coworker, okay? Let's say you date a coworker and it doesn't work out. Best case scenario, it's awkward as fuck. It's awkward as fuck. All right? You got to see that person on a daily fucking basis. Awkward. All right? Worst case scenario, you get some kind of reprimand that gets put on your permanent record, you get demoted, or you fucking lose your job, okay? Is it worth it? There's 4 billion other bitches on the planet. Don't date your coworkers. AI's going to clip that. Okay, good. Y'all need to fucking hear that. I hear that so much. Well, this coworker, man, she's really showing a lot of interest. Fuck off, dude. Stop. Don't be a dipshit. AJ, I'm not talking to you specifically. Just a lot of guys do that. Okay. The next one, guys, we went off on that tangent. Gay bars is the next one, according to Roissy. Okay, so Roissy says, if you have the stomach for it, plying the gay bar for straight women is subterfuge with a high return on investment. There are many reasons why gay bars are great pickup places for straight men, but really, it primarily comes down to the de facto sex ratio skew. The bar doesn't have to be wildly gay either. A minimal substitution of, say, 10% of the straight men with gay men can make the women there feel quite a bit more anxious about their market positions. Nudging the sex ratio needle a little can help your CAD cause a lot. Gay bar downside, trannies. You better hope you have a keen eye. Gay bar downside, trannies. You better hope to have fuck. I need more caffeine here. You better hope you have a keen eye, crying gamer, is what he says. Have any of you guys, and nobody's going to admit this, but have any of you guys ever been to a gay bar, right? I've been to two, and both of them were work related, right? So I used to live in San Diego, and there's this area there called Hillcrest. And when I worked in door-to-door office supply sales, one of the assistant manager of the place was a gay dude, and he invited everybody to this place called Lips, right? And I was like, what? Like, what's this place, Lips, right? And of course, like all the people, like all the ladies, like all the cute ladies that I worked with, were like, oh, that place is great. Like it's cross-dressers and it's dinner, right? They serve you food and cross-dressers come and they serve your food and stuff like that. And then they put on like little music shows. And I'm like, this is fucking weird, right? But the whole office was going. And so I brought I was married at the time. So I brought my wife and I go, and it was all couples, right? So it was all, everybody that worked there and they're couples. And literally the only gay dude there was the assistant manager. at our table. And we sit there and the food was pretty good, but yeah, like all the staff were all cross-dressers and they're all dressed like, fucking Madonna and Cher and stuff like that. And it's just weird. And I was like, whatever. So I'm eating my food. And then we're staying there. We're having a good time talking amongst the coworkers. And then at a certain point in the night, they come and clean off the tables and then they move all the tables out and it becomes like a nightclub. And that's when the fucking weirdos come out. like all these like cross-dressing dudes like show up out of nowhere, but they're like, they don't even put on makeup, right? Like a dude that looks like me with a beard, but in a dress and he's all hairy and stuff is all out there dancing. You're like, what the fuck is this place? Okay. So that was the first time. The second time I went, it was a lunchtime and, it was a coworker of mine. He was a systems administrator. He happened to be gay. He was one of those guys that like you would have never known he was gay, right? Like he wasn't flamboyant. It wasn't in your face about it. He just seemed like a normal dude. But he happened to be gay. And so he invited us all down for lunch for his going away party. He was leaving the company and he's like, let's go get burgers at Moe's. And so I was like, oh yeah, burgers sound good. We go to this place. I'm like, oh fuck, is it in Hillcrest? It was in Hillcrest at this place called Moe's. It was like a Moe's Tavern or something like that. And it was a bar that served food. And we go there and dude, that place was like flaming gay, right? And like we go there and I'm like, oh shit, right? Just me and the other sysadmins were there. Like we're the only, we were like the only straight dudes in the place. And everyone else was just gay dudes. And then we saw this, like, I saw a gay barroom brawl break out, right? Because some dude, like, cheated on some other dude with some other dude. And so this guy broke a bottle over a guy's head and they got into it in the bar. I was like, holy fuck. Like, this is crazy. These queens are off the chain, man. Like, I never would have thought to pick up chicks there because you know what? There's no fucking chicks there. So I think it's a terrible idea. But let me know. Any of you guys? Any of you guys? Anybody? Nobody? Y'all are very quiet in the chat now. Paul's telling gay bar stories. Like, let's just shut the fuck up for a minute. All right, guys. Let's change the subject here a little bit. Be sure to follow me on social media. The links are in the description. Get on the email list, guys. list.comeonmanpod.com. I'll send you some free stickers. You also get 20 dating app openers, and you get a free chapter of my book, Everything I Wish I Knew When I Was 18. If you guys don't want stickers, just put don't want stickers in the address field. I won't waste a stamp on you guys. Speaking of the book, guys, get the book, books.comeonmanpod.com. In fact, I showed this. This is one of two special editions that I have left in stock. So they go quick, guys. I had a box of 6 this week and now I'm down to 2. So I have 2 available. First come, first serve. I'm going to drop a link in the chat here. Buy these last 2 up. Okay. Get them. They're the same price. If you're in the United States, they're the same price as Amazon. And I just found out from one of my beer club guys that lives in Australia that even with shipping, it's cheaper to buy from me, to buy the autograph edition for me, because he said on Amazon, it's like $93 US. But if you buy from me with shipping, it's like $10 cheaper, which is, it's still for me, like outrageously expensive to ship it. But if it's cheaper for you, fucking order the autograph copy. Like, do a price comparison before you buy if you live outside the United States. I just assumed that $30 shipping rate was astronomical for you guys and that they were probably shipping from a local facility and it's probably cheaper. But if it's cheaper to buy from me, buy it from me. Okay. Anyway, otherwise you can go to books.comeonmanpod.com. That'll redirect you to my Amazon authors page and you can order it from there. What else do we got here, guys? Guys, check out my Practical Law of Attraction course, loa.comeonmanpod.com. It's a mindset course. And once you get your mind right, everything else tends to fall into place. Let me play a commercial. Let's play a commercial for the Law of Attraction, and then we will get back to the topic at hand today. Are you struggling to find a good quality woman? They are very rare indeed these days. If you spend any time at all watching content in the men's podcast space, or you spend time on dating apps or going out to clubs, you're seeing low-quality, promiscuous women. You're finding women with daddy issues and personality disorders, or a myriad of other red flags, and you are frustrated. I get it, brother, but what if I were to tell you that the reason why you're only seeing these types of women is because of your mindset, because of your paradigm? We get what we focus on in life, and you have trained your mind to focus on the type of women that you don't want. So those are the types of women that keep showing up for you again and again. Let's change that mindset today. If you're a guy looking to attract high-quality, submissive women into your life, then I've got the perfect solution for you. And let me tell you, brother, it's all about mindset. That's right, you've got to reprogram your thinking to focus on the type of women you do want. That's where my Practical Law of Attraction course comes in. It's packed with proven psychology-based techniques that will help you manifest your dream woman. Trust me, you won't find this stuff anywhere else. Explained in such a simple, easy-to-use way. And let me tell you, when you start using these methods, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start changing for you. Picture this, you're out on the town, feeling confident and magnetic. All the women are drawn to you like moth to a flame. And best of all, you're attracting the type of women that are submissive and high quality. It's not that they weren't there before, it's that you weren't aware of them before. My course will teach you how to be more hyper-aware of the kind of women that you actually want. It will teach you to believe that you're the most attractive man around. And when you believe it, you'll carry yourself that way. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for my course today. Visit loa.comeonmanpod.com. That's loa.comeonmanpod.com. Start living the life you've always dreamed of. Don't miss out on this opportunity to up your game and find the woman of your dreams. The law of attraction is nothing without action. So what are you waiting for? Act now. Act now, guys. Yeah, so Nathan says all women at work are wrong women. Dr. Robert Glover. Yep. If you read Dating Essentials for Men, Dr. Robert Glover goes into it. Mike, nowadays a lot of these women may not be women. Yeah, which is exactly what Roissy was saying, right? He says downside trannies. You better hope you have a keen eye, crying gamer. But okay, so you've been for free drinks. Playing the girl game, right? Let's just go get some free drinks. AJ says he's never been. Okay. Yeah, you're not missing anything. It's fucking weird there. Let's see here. I have tried pickup at gay bar with no success. Oh, okay. Like, that's interesting. Tell us about that. Let's see here. What's it? Try dropping something instead. Might be a surprise. Okay. So the next one here, guys, divorce or family court. He says, ever hang out at your local Bureau of Broken Dreams and Tragic Mistakes? Yeah, the quality there isn't great. Most hot babes marry well and learn to tolerate the mistress, but the self-esteems are at rock bottom prices. Like stalking abortion clinics, the objective here is to hone in on women who are hurting awfully bad and pick up their spirits with promises of romance to carry them away from their problems. Do you think that would work? You're just hanging out in court and you're just waiting for you're just eating popcorn and watching the drama fucking ensue it. But the chick's hot and you're like, I'm going for that one. I'm going for that one. After court adjourns, like I'm gonna hang out afterwards and be like, hey, what's going on? I thought you were cute. I thought I'd get your number. Oh my God. I just think it would be, even if that, would be something to try. It's like, I just think it would be highly ineffective. I think, mentally the chicks just aren't right in the right headspace for it at that, like right after a court session. I don't think they're mentally in the right headspace for it, but I might be wrong. That might be a self-limiting belief, guys. You might be able to get some crazy pussy from a divorce court. I don't know. What do you guys think? When their man gets put away, slide in to cover her. No. I'm not talking about like criminal court. I'm talking about divorce court. We're talking about divorce court. Why would he get put away for a family court? He's still a free man. He just, he's just a slave to the fucking alimony, but that's neither here nor there. Nathan says, LOL, stay away from family court. Yeah, dude, family court's, God, disgustingly depressing, man. I think I've said it before. So I've had a couple of years ago, it might have been a couple of years ago now, one of my 3% brothers was a family court attorney. And I had him on the podcast twice to talk about family court issues and alimony and prenups and whether prenups are effective or not. He quit family court. He said it was fucking disgusting. He couldn't take it anymore. So now he's doing he's doing insurance law now. He's like, oh, it's much easier doing insurance law. Like, I have no skin in the game. I don't have people calling me up going, where's my fucking alimony check? Or I don't want to pay this bitch. And what about the kid custody and stuff like that? It's just a disgusting business that just pulls on your emotions and stuff. And he's just like, I couldn't fucking do it. It's disgusting. Let's say unethical at a funeral or Planned Parenthood, ethical at an AA meeting. That you think AA meeting is ethical? Okay. I'm all right. We already talked about Planned Parenthood. Okay. Now this is funny. This one basically flies in the face of every passport bro out there. But number 4 is any poor country. He says any poor country. Self-explanatory. As an American, you've got that expert from afar and meal ticket vibe going, which foreign women in poor countries, amor. Amor meaning love, guys. If you, are listening on audio and you're like, what is Paul talking about? But these incredible deals won't last because America's relative superiority to lesser nations with good-looking peasant girls is shrinking by the day. Soon you can kiss goodbye that East European breast basket. Next pickup stop, Rwanda. Any of you passport bros want to go to Rwanda for chicks? Was that he means people who are there watching the sessions? Do people go to AA meetings just to watch? I wouldn't. Man, that sounds like a boring evening to me. Guys, there's a lot of boys here from the beer club in the chat. Join the beer club. It's a good group of dudes. It's a great place to get shit off your chest. Good place to swap notes. It's a good place to chop it up with the boys. Okay. A lot of guys don't have an outlet where they can just talk with other like-minded dudes. All right. If you guys are out in the dating circuit, the dudes at church probably aren't a good group of guys to talk game with. Right. Cause they're all like, oh, why aren't you marrying this girl? Like, you know what? Marriage, fuck that. Like who wants to get married, man? That's a terrible idea. But if you want to get with like-minded guys that are studying the game, beer club's a good place to do it. We have a private Telegram community that's super active. The next meetup is going to be, let's see, what's today? It's going to be February 15th. I think we're going to do it February 15th. And the next meetup, I think we're going to test this out. We're going to test it out next week. Some of the boys in the group and I, we're going to create a separate subgroup, like a test group, like a development, a UAT environment where we can test this out. But Telegram has a group video chat capability, and we've been using Zoom for this, but it's like, well, this is already built in. We're already on Telegram. Let's just use the Telegram features. So I think we're going to test that out. We're going to test that out next week. And then on the 15th, we're going to have the meetup for the wider group. So get in on that. There's a free trial available. You guys can join the group, see if you like it or not. If you don't like it, leave. No problem. No harm, no foul. But most guys that join the free trial end up staying in the group because it's a good group of fucking dudes. And we're worldwide. We got boys in Australia. We got boys in England. We got guys up in Canada. Eventually we're going to have like multiple meetings because, for you international guys, we're going to have to accommodate you. So it'll be morning time, my time, but it'll be like evening time for you guys. So we'll have to work that out once we get more international guys in different time zones. And then guys, coaching's available at gumroad.comeonmanpod.com. I have 2 tiers available for that. One is unlimited texting, voice messages, video messages over Telegram. And then the other one includes all of that. And both of these include beer club. And then you also get in the premium tier, you get actual one-on-one video calls with me once a month. So check that out if you guys want to work with me one-on-one at gumroad.comeonmanpod.com. All right, guys. The next one here is the welfare office. The welfare office. you guys ever think about the welfare office? I've never been to a welfare office. I don't even know what that's like. I guess, you know what? Would you say that a food bank would be an also equally terrible place? Yes, AJ says join beer club for sure. Yes, and Nathan says get in beer club. Yes. Okay, Deeper Current says weddings are far from ethical. It's the right thing to do. Okay, well, we'll get into that. So welfare office. Roissy says, flash that roll of tens and you are good to go, pimp daddy. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but I like my women to look like women and not megafauna. Somebody call the wambulance. Okay, then pay a visit to the countryside where Skid Row is more rustic and more white. At least a few of those hard luck cases will be disarmingly cute. Downside, hope you like tripping over toys on the way to the bedroom. Welfare office. He says that flash a roll of tens. That reminds me of, you guys ever, you guys remember Saturday Night Live a couple years ago? Andy Samberg used to do his shorts, right? And it was, he did, what was it? It was the Chronicles of Narnia, right? He did the Chronicles of Narnia song, right? And they're like, they talk like they roll up to the movie theater with a roll of Hamiltons, right? Like that, like it's a, because rich guy, the rappers are always talking about having Benjamins, right? It's all about the Benjamins. Well, they're like, bitch acts like she never seen a 10 before, right? That's what that reminds me of. Roll up with your roll of tens, bro. Yeah. Welfare office so we got welfare office or the food bank, right? Like I threw in the food bank. You guys like that? Go to the food bank, get you a poor girl. You know what though? I think that's kind of like another way of leading with your wallet. Don't you think? I don't like any method of attracting a chick where you have to show off your money, because that, like, you're only going to attract a chick that wants you for your money. And it's just a terrible fucking idea. But if it gets you laid, whatever works. Whatever works. Number 6. Okay, so now, so Fastback GT says ethical at an AA meeting. Now, Roissy says number 6 is AA meetings, sex addict groups, or rehab centers is unethical. So he disagrees with you, bro. He says there's nothing better for the modern Casanova than a fragile woman with low impulse control. Heck, books have been written about it. Problem is, some bitches are catching on to the play. Didn't in the movie Fight Club, didn't he meet that one crazy chick at the support groups? Because she was doing the same thing as him. She was going to all the different support groups at the same time for the same reason as him. Just because, like, he wanted, to talk to other people. And they ended up hooking up. This next one, I'm going to share this video here. Let me, hold on. Let me mute this real quick. Okay, I'm going to share this because this is what, like, Roissy wants to share this video here. But it's a clip from Wedding Crashers, and this is I'm probably gonna have to cut this out. If you guys are watching the replay and this just immediately skips ahead, it's because YouTube gave me a copyright strike. So we're not going to do that. I'm gonna have to edit that out later. But for you guys watching live right now, this is a good reason to watch live. I can share this sort of thing. Okay, this is a scene from Wedding Crashers.
A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to cast away stones.
So senseless.
A time to embrace.
Damn you, Roger.
A time to refrain.
Roger. Oh! Oh! Damn you, Roger! Damn it! Damn you!
So that no man can find out the way.
Right up and fight it.
God maketh from the beginning to the end.
Oh man, could you imagine doing that? You go to a wedding, or I'm sorry, a funeral, and you're just like putting on this big show just to pick up the hot chicks there. Damn it, Roger. Damn you. Why did you have to die? Okay. Oh, good. We're past the 30-minute mark. I knew it was going to be short today. So that was number 7. The last one he has here, it's just so random to me. But he says the George Mason University Economics Department. Like, what? The George Mason University Economics Department. He says, after a week of enduring robotic spurg anti-game, that cute co-ed will be dying for some human contact. Should be hassle-free to sit in on a class or 100, because I'm certain the GMU econ department has an open door policy, right? So you just show up at the economics department. Is that why Clary is an economist? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Clary became an economist so that he could pick up these chicks that happen to be there? And he's like, oh, it's easy game because these chicks are all spurgs and I'm Aaron Clary. But then again, he probably, when he went to college for that, he wasn't, Aaron Clary as we know him today, right? What's his deeper current says, dude's doing the indirect cock block by killing his vibe. George Mason University Economics Department, guys. What do you think about that one? That is such a random, oddly specific place too, right? Mike Steele says, pretty sure that's where Sam Bankman-Fried found his goblin woman. Who's Sam Bankman-Fried? Who's that guy? And he has a goblin woman? What who's that? Now I got to Google this. Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, yes, that's the crypto guy. That's the crypto bro who his whole empire collapsed because of that ugly chick. Okay, yeah. So he met her at an economics department, Mike? Is that what you think? Okay. That's funny as hell. All right, guys. So that was eight unethical places to pick up chicks. We could end here, but do you guys have any other places? A lot of you guys guessed some of these. I'm trying to think what other place would be unethical. And I think there's a difference between unethical and just a dumb place to pick up chicks, right? We already addressed picking up chicks at work as a dumb place. I don't think it's necessarily unethical. It's just not very smart, But I think some of these are unethical because you're basically preying on, chicks at their most vulnerable state, right? I don't think college or uni is a bad place, or even the gym necessarily, but the gym has the same problem as work, right? You're basically fishing in a small pond, and if things don't work right, you might run into each other at the gym, but you could always go at different times too. So I don't know. A lot of people like to play the gym game a lot. It is a public place after all, but college or uni, I think that's a great place. There was when I was in college, there was chicks in my classes that I never saw them again after a single class. It's a perfect place because usually campuses are pretty big. Now, when I transferred over to Coleman University, which was a private college, that's where I ended up getting my degrees. That was a much smaller school. There were actually no chicks in that school because it was a school for nerds. But when I went to Mesa College in San Diego, man, there was hot chicks everywhere, and I never ran into the same chicks. I rarely ran into the same chicks more than once. There we go. Daycare, the moms. Yeah, if you want to get but Mike, you can't be red pill and date moms. You can't date single moms. That's not red pill. I get that a lot. This guy dates a single mom. He can't be possibly red pill. It's did you guys skip over the whole point of mental point of origin? Anyway, some single moms are good for certain people, I think. Comic book store has some good looking women last time I went there. Yeah, but that's not unethical. AJ, you're just coming up with different places to meet chicks. I'm talking about unethical places. Here we go. Tim said mental health facility and beer chat. Yes. Well, that was also in here too, right? It was it in here? No, it wasn't in here. Oh, yeah, rehab centers, I guess, but that's kind of similar. But actually, who else said that too? Someone else said that too. I think it was, let's see here. Who else said it? Someone else said it too. A mental health facility. Jail, picking up chicks at jail, dude. Isn't that what the inmates do with the female prison guards? Like the female, it's such a problem. It's such a problem with female prison guards banging inmates that they have to have like whole presentations on, hey, listen, ladies, stop banging the inmates. Oh man. Oh, you know what? We do have super chats that I haven't gotten to. We might as well get to those before I forget them. So Ed says, $10 super chat, at school with the hot teacher. Oh, yeah, that would be well, it's unethical for the teacher though, right? It's unethical for the teacher. I'm going to give him this because Ed likes Elena.
Shame this horse.
Yes, shame these whores. We're going to shame the hot teachers that are banging high school teenagers. And then we've got Nate with brother Nathan with a $2 super chat. We're going to give him this one.
I was just going to say it. This guy fucks. Am I right?
Yeah, he definitely fucks. Hospital, police stations, maybe. Hospital. I mean, I guess it depends on why she's at the hospital. What if it's if you're at the hospital, there's lots of hot nurses there. We all know that nurses have a reputation. You know what I mean? You know, nurse chicks watching this laughing right now. Yeah. We all know about them nurses. You know what I mean, guys? You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, fuck, Mike. That's terrible. That is just terrible. Mike says retirement homes. Oh, Deeper Currents is a monastery. Oh, you mean like a convent, dude? Can you imagine going there and go to a convent and picking up like a nun? Is making her stray from Christ. Oh my God. Can you imagine a nun's hypergamy? And she's just like, I think this guy's a better option than Jesus. Oh, that would be terrible. Breaking God's heart, man. Breaking God's heart. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Deeper Currents. Oh God, we're terrible, guys. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here, guys. Unless you want to send another super chat and keep this going. What's it? Oh, it's not straying if they haven't taken the oath yet. Okay. I guess semantics. Oh, and John says, but grandmas need that sweet loving too. Yeah, you can't forget about grandmas. They need that good dick, you know. All right, guys, tune into Rule Zero tomorrow. I think Nuclear Caudillo is going to break his Rule Zero cherry and host tomorrow. I can't remember what topic he came up with, but I'm 99.99% sure that Nuke is going to host tomorrow. It's going to be his first time hosting. So get in the chat tomorrow and give him a ration of shit. Like, you know, it's so like the first time I hosted Rule Zero, I was nervous as fuck. I was so nervous. It was the biggest audience I'd ever seen. And I was nervous as shit for it. Now it's like, it's old hat, but so that's going to be his first episode. He's going to have like over 1,000 viewers. He's probably going to be a little rattled. It'll be funny to watch. At least tune in for that. After Rule Zero, my man, Mike Steele, he says Rumspringer Amish Girls, Mike Steele right here is going to be hosting Dragon Ship tomorrow. He wants to talk about how stupid the idea of a man cave is and how if you have to be pushed into a small place in your own fucking house to have your own man space, what kind of fucking man are you, right? What kind of that's betatization through 1,000 concessions right there, right? So your whole house is your kingdom. Your whole house is your man cave, all right? Don't let any chick push you into a fucking corner of your own fucking place, okay? We're going to talk about that tomorrow, and Mike's hosting. Finally, tune into the podcast Monday. My guest is Desiree Simone. She hosts the Growth on the Rocks podcast, who I was a guest on a couple of weeks ago. Go back and look up on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Look up Growth on the Rocks and listen to my interview on her channel. I was dropping fucking gems on that episode, man. I was dropping. She told me that her fiance listened to it and he told her, this is the best episode you've ever fucking done. Like, yeah, I dropped some red pill truth on there, but you know, I smoothed it over for the female audience. So check that out. She's going to be my guest on Monday. She's actually a pretty cool chick. She's a total hoot. Guys, that's all we have this episode. Where the fuck are we? Here we go. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, hit those notifications. Thank you for everybody that sounded off in the live chat today. That helps these episodes go by much smoother. Some of you guys on audio don't like the me stopping and talking to the live chat. Well, I invite you guys to come on over to the live sometime and participate. It's much more fun that way. Guys, thank you for sending super chats that help support the show. Follow me on social media. The links are in the description. I'm on all the good platforms. Guys, join the email list.comeonmanpod.com. It's really there in case I ever get banned from any of these platforms, because sometimes, you know, some of these topics are controversial. I'll send you some free stickers for your troubles. If you don't want the free stickers, just say don't want stickers in the address field and I won't waste a stamp on you. But you also get 20 dating app openers and you get a free chapter of my book, Everything I Wish I Knew When I Was 18. Again, there's still two copies available, 2 autographed copies available. I'll drop that again in the chat. If you guys go to comeonmanpod.com though, you can find a link to the autograph copies and you can order an autograph copy there. It's the same price as Amazon. You might as well get one from me with an autograph on it, right? It's going to be worth millions someday, guys. It's going to be worth millions someday. And then check out the Practical Law of Attraction course, loa.comeonmanpod.com. Speaking of the book, you can also get it on Amazon at books.comeonmanpod.com. Join the beer club. It's only $10 a month. It's a good group of dudes, good outlet for men. We need that for our mental health, guys. Guys chopping it up with other dudes. It's good for you. Okay, do it. And then coaching's available at gumroad.comeonmanpod.com. That's all I have. I'm going to try to record at least 2 or 3 more modules of my upcoming course this afternoon. But otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow on Rule 0.
This has been the Come On Man podcast. Now, go out and get it.